I am John.
Hey, I'm Martin. And I am clearly in my pajamas here on the bus, just hanging out.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Paul.
Great, and this tour of the Rejects just started up, and it's been a while since you guys have been out on a tour. So, how is it getting back into the swing of things?
It's great. We're having a blast so far. The Rejects have been really cool, and the Ready set's awesome, and we've all been hanging out and just having a good time, and this is the third date, so I imagine it's going to be even that much better. It'll just get better and better.
It's funny, it's interesting, it was like getting back into the swing of things it was like the first night we were at Hampton Beach, New Hampshire, and the bus started rolling, and you're like in the little cubby bunk, you know what I mean, and you're like,
This is it.
oh, we're back, that's good. It's like been 2.5 years, you forget what it's like to sleep in that little teeny cubby, but it's fun. It's like so grateful to be here playing music, so grateful. Yesterday was such a gorgeous day. We're in Orono, Maine, and we're at a beautiful, beautiful college, and you just like get to run around the track and hang out with your friends and play music. It's like you forget what a gift it is to be in a band that gets to just play your tunes every night and just enjoy your days the best you can.
And you guys have really taken your time to make sure everything's right with this album. I mean, there's the hiatus, but I think maybe even braver than that is, having written that record and then essentially chucking it because it wasn't what you guys wanted to put out there. So when you got back together, getting ready to make Crazy World, did it feel right away again?
I think so. You kind of just answered though. You sort of just did your own little interview.
Yeah.
That was cool. Yeah, it felt great. I think it was like, we waited until the time felt right. We waited until it felt perfect. And clearly, it just didn't feel right in 2010 when we threw that album out, and it just wasn't our time to put a record out. You know what I mean? And we weren't in the right headspace to create a record. Radio was so different then. It was like it's kind of blown up wide open back again. There was a year of dance. You know what I mean? And it felt so strange being in a band with two guitar players. And it's just like, what do you do to stay relevant, but like stay honest to who you are as a band? You know what I mean? Like, you can't we had to do like me and Paul switched to keyboards. We're not gonna do that. So it was just like when it was super liberating when we were like, okay, we're gonna just make the record that felt great to us, super organic, and when we're grown up, and it feels so great. We're really, really proud of Crazy World, and can't wait for it to come out.
I know tons of people can't wait for it to come back out.
Yeah, we're excited.
Awesome.
Yeah, and can we talk Crazy World for a bit? I mean, what
sure.
is the meaning behind the title? I know there's some significance there.
I mean, the song Crazy World is kind of about like, I'm sorry, a little distracted by the sound check going on here. There's some guys talking, but the song Crazy World that's on the album is sort of about like slowing down from all the distractions of 2012 coming up on 2013, and it's just like, everything is like I pull this iPhone out and I can do got a photo and I can do it. It's like everything is like instant. You know what I mean? It's like right here, and it's like, what do we got to do to make music is the only thing that keeps everything slowed down, and here you and me we're having a conversation right here, and it's sort of kind of just about slowing down back to this. You know what I mean? And it's like the lyric is I want to just slow down. It's a crazy world, you know what I mean? It's like out there it's all crazy, but it's like, let's just make it. It's kind of like just a symbolism of what the record is, and kind of where we stand here.
Wonderful. And I know you guys always put out songs that have, not all of them, but you definitely have a decent amount of songs that tell a story, and but there's a universality to it within the story.
What word did you just say?
Universality.
Universality?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Just like, something everyone can...
It's a word.
Is it real?
Checks out.
Does it check out?
It's good.
Universality.
I like that.
You got it,
Give 'em a-
so...
Universal.
Yes.
Universalness.
University.
Just sounds
University.
Uniform. Does anybody have one? Or wear one?
But with
Sorry.
that story within the universality thing, it's also something that you find in country music. So this sort of little country flavor that everyone keeps talking about with the new EP at least. It seems almost organic for you guys to have gone that way.
I mean, it's interesting, like, it's like, if you pull the rock production off of Two Is Better Than One or Thunder, it's, similar to kind of where the direction it went. It's country as much as it is kind of like a rootsy Americana, kind of like, this is like a real storytelling song, kind of the way we always have been, but it's like we're no longer 18 and want to turn the distortion up to 10. I wrote the whole record in Nashville. It definitely has that feel, and it has that
Nashville twang.
Has the little bit of twang, and I think it's a cool departure. Maybe the next record won't be like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I think it's interesting when there's a cool evolution of bands. They try different things.
Definitely, and yet you guys still come back and you have that was like girl sound, no matter what, even with the little progressions and differences.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And for the actual record, is it an October release date? Is that the goal?
It's gonna be a November release date. I think
November release
we're
date.
announcing it like really soon, within the next couple of weeks.
Great. And in addition to storytelling, you guys definitely have some wonderful love songs, but you also tackle some tremendous topics throughout your other two albums. What's the mix going to be like on Crazy World?
There's only one real love song, right? There's only the Beer Everything's the only one that's like real love song. I think.
I think so. The only
It's the only love song. There's no other. I don't think that there's any. It's cool, man. There's Hey You, I guess, sort of, but that's more like universal kind of jump at the moment.
Universality.
Universality.
Uniform.
I think it's fun. They're all different songs. And we could break down every song right now, but hopefully you'll enjoy it and love it and listen to it, and really relate to every song.
Is there, for each of you, a particular song that you're really excited for fans to hear?
I'm really excited for the whole record. I think every song is really special in its own little unique way. So I don't really have a particular favorite at the moment. It's just like there's so much on the record that's like very dynamic, really cool sounding, and there's like so many things you can listen to, and depending on your mood, you might like certain songs. So I'm a fan. I'm a fan of my own band.
Yeah, definitely important to hear the whole thing throughout. That's how it was recorded, I think. I'm pumped for people to hear Shoot and Stuck in the Middle.
Stuck in the Middle's a jam.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice little jam.
That's a great jam.
How does that feel?
It's gonna be
A little
great to play
tense up
live.
there.
A little tense, just in the upper left region.
Are you guys playing any of the new material on the road?
Playing three or four songs depending on the day. 3 or 4 new songs.
Wonderful. So from the record too, not just the EP songs? Great. And what was it about Beer Everything that made it, the standout?
Felt like the best transition into the kind of like the sound of Crazy World, and it felt like the best way to like familiarize the public back with Boys Like Girls and who we are, and get them ready for the record.
Definitely. And thinking of taking the break, coming back re-energized, it definitely reminds me of like a band like maybe Yellow Card, who just sort of did a similar thing where they took the hiatus, came back, they put out like 2 full lengths and an acoustic in the course of 2 years.
Oh wow.
So like there's that real energy back in the band. Do you guys feel like you have that like, just this renewed sense of like excitement and energy?
I think that there's a huge excited new energy with the band. We walk on the bus and there's it just feels really, really, truly like we're a unit again, and it's funny because we never stopped calling each other or being friends, it's like, but it's a different energy than we used to have, really grateful to be playing music and stuff, It's interesting with Boys Like Girls because, I don't really like comparing ourselves to any other bands,
Right.
in any regard, whether it be for whatever album cycles it may be or sound, but the energy for this record cycle is just, is really, really, really pumped up, and we're really happy about it.
Great. And this isn't the first time you've been on the road with the All American Rejects. How is it to be back again?
It's good. We love those guys. It's gonna be really, really fun. We were just talking about trying to like come out and each other's sets and possible things that we might be doing that'll be fun, and it's great to see them. I'm a huge fan of the band, so it's great to be able to watch them play every night.
Wonderful. Is there any sort of pieces of knowledge you remember from the last time around that you can put to use this time?
Gee, I don't know. That's a tough one. I remember when we had like a party and they like shut us off from like dressing rooms because we were such like, you know, we just start off and they were totally screwing with us. So maybe we'll have our opportunity to screw with them this time around.
Well, I did see that Matt Rubano tweeted about how he wanted to have a Top Chef tour bus competition, and Morgan, I think you like to cook, right?
It's on. I got John,
Yep.
You're a
chef as
cooker
well.
too?
I cook a little bit, yes.
Marty doesn't really love it, but he
I'm
likes
not a
to
very
eat.
good cook, but I really like to eat. You know, it's weird because I really like cooking breakfast, but then
That's right. And Marty makes a good protein shake,
I
actually.
do make a great shake. I think if I put my mind to cooking, I would be okay at it.
So yes, the force is strong in this bus.
It is.
Good.
A lot of good Italian blood in here.
Well, it just
It's all
wrapped
Swedish.
Eh, whatever.
Just
Hey,
wrapped
you're
things
one
up.
of us, paisan, huh?
Hey!
We are Pop Culture Madness, so we're always immersed in pop culture. How about you guys? Is there anything you can't get enough of these days?
Well,
We're kind of isolated
Yeah,
here.
what's going on in the world?
Kind of isolated. This is it. This is what we're in.
this is our world right now, so we can't get enough of this.
Can we introduce Andy? This is Andy, tour manager,
Makes
front
it
of
all
house.
happen.
Does a lot of stuff. Really intense, as you can tell. He's the boss.
Yep. He has a lot to say today.
Well, thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you.
some time to
Thank
speak
you.
with us.
Appreciate it very much. Great.
Thank you
Great
so
having
much.
you.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoy the show.
Thank you.
All good.